What's going on, everybody? John here with Havoc Maker Studio and FMP Wargamers. I don't know where to even start today. I am just flabbergasted with a bunch of just really bad news coming down the line, and it all seems to center around Games Workshop for different reasons. So, this video, let's go ahead and just talk about the Cursed City, the Warhammer Quest board game that came out last weekend. That was April 10th. Sold out on the website, sold out in most stores. There might be a few out there, but they're all being charged, and I'll show you a couple things here in a moment concerning that. But this is probably Games Workshop's, I would say, their greatest foobar in such a short time. This is like Indomitus box level Warhammer 40. If you're familiar with the big old screw up they did with the Indomitus box for Warhammer 40,000, and their really, I would say, in their quest to ruin their name, maybe even ruin. I don't think I'm not going to go tinfoil hat conspiracy, but ruin friendly local game stores' reputation and their profits and everything. So let's get into this. If you're not familiar, the Cursed City board game was on pre-order a couple weeks ago. Some gorgeous, gorgeous models. And if you were looking to start, say, a grave or a Soulblight Grave Lord's army, the book hasn't been released yet, but it's basically a vampire army with undead that's going to be coming out. My guess and my sources, which are the news sources are a little wonky, are saying May, possibly June, either so that's the end of the fiscal quarter for GW or the beginning of the fiscal quarter, depending on how you look at it, or depending on the month. At any rate, a great deal financially. These box sets usually are a fantastic deal. So they went on pre-order, and friendly local game stores, or FLGSs, were limited to 16 copies. And then Games Workshop had something come down the line saying, oh, you can do up to 160 copies, first come, first serve. Was that a typo? We don't know 100%, but a lot of stores had ordered 16 because this is a hot selling item. It's awesome. So this is the first issue. Was that a typo? Was that a foobar? I think I might have. Yeah, here we go. This is courtesy of Spiky Bits, so full credit to them for having this news up. The caps in Warhammer Quest Cursed City have been changed to 160, is now available in case quantities of 4 on a first come, first served basis. Of course, please contact your account manager and whatnot. That is pretty standard Games Workshop lingo there. Sorry about that. And it's true. A lot of stores will attest to it. So 160 seemed a little crazy. That could have been, I mean, this is Disney level cover up, guys. So let's keep that in the back of your mind. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's plenty of websites covering everything that Disney / Marvel / Lucasfilms is doing. That's all effed up. But we're not here for that. We're here talking about Games Workshop, who used to be the #1 reliable company when it comes to miniature games. At any rate, so I think it's easy to assume that virtually nobody, except for some big box stores, are going to order 160 copies or more than 16 copies. Maybe 32 if it's really popular, but probably 16 is good. Now that's where the problem is that you got your 16, when it maxed out, got your 16 quantity, and then you get 8. Stores were getting 8. So they're getting 2 boxes that had 4 of the games in it. They weren't even getting their full allocation, which means every single one of those stores that had pre-orders, and by pre-orders mean prepay, secure your copy, this way you are getting a copy, they're now out, those copies, because they only got 8 in, so now 8 other people are screwed. That's how bad this was, ladies and gents, how bad this was. Literally, people were not getting their quantities. That's bad, and this is repeated. We had the problem with Piety and Pain, or Pain and Piety, that came out previously with the Sisters of Battle and the Dark Eldar Drukhari. And I think before that, there was something else. Oh, Lumineth Realm Lords, either after or before that. Some of the product didn't even ship. Allocations changed. One of the products, that beautiful shrine, didn't even ship to anybody here in the US, even though it's supposed to. That is the growing problem that Games Workshop is having. They are out of control, or they have, well, I guess no control over their communication between the powers that be to the trade team to the warehouses, and it is affecting their reputation, affecting their bottom line, but more importantly, it's hurting the friendly local game stores, those places that are on the front lines that make Games Workshop more money than their Warhammer stores or their Games Workshop stores. The Warhammer stores are their new branding. And as a former employee, I can tell you, unless it's gone up just a little bit, those stores on average make $150,000 or just a little less. And that's why you see them come up and then they close down after about 5 years, because the rent goes up, the store's not making enough money, even though they tell you, hey, make $150,000 to keep your job per year. Basically, you actually need to be making a considerable amount more, and then of course you get bonuses and whatnot, so we're not going to talk about that part. So where they sell the most product is those brick and mortar stores, the mom and pop stores, your friendly local game stores, and they're screwing them over repeatedly. Now, some of that can be attributed to the pandemic, but now, probably starting around November, December, when things had already settled and stuff were starting to slowly return to normal, we're now starting to move towards a post-COVID, at least in regards to retail and whatnot. Well, they should not be having these problems, but they are. But we're not done going over all this. I've got a couple other pieces from Spiky Bits that I will show you, but I want to at least give you personal experience dealing with a trade rep and another rep with Games Workshop. No, I'm not going to give their names. No, I'm not going to tell you what departments they work in, because those individuals, they work for Games Workshop, and most likely, I'm talking like 99.9876 Delta Niner Charlie level percentage. This is not their fault. It's upper management. It would be the management over in the UK, and then maybe the North America sales team management, maybe. And we might, who knows, we might see a big purging again, like we did back in, I think it was like 2013, when Kirby was still around and he came over, and they pretty much fired a lot of the top brass, including the head of North America, Games Workshop. I'll probably do a video on that later, giving the deets on that. I mean, that's old news, but there was a purge. I think we might have another purge coming, because this is BS. Now, my personal experience with these other two reps, and this is not like a store employee. These are actually people that work at the North America offices. So I won't include one, because I already covered that with the 16 and the 8 allocations, and so I don't think that's their fault. I can't blame them for that, and I'm not even blaming the other employee. But verifying with both of these individuals, hey, is this product going to be available full time, or is it a limited edition? Like, if I don't buy this now, if I don't get multiple copies of this, it is going to go away. And we might see it like Space Hulk, every like 5 years. They're like, hey, we brought back Space Hulk. Thank us for our service. Is it going to be like that? I doubt it, because all the other Warhammer Quest games, well, I don't know. I don't even know if we'll take a look, see if Warhammer Quest games are still available. Point being is that they said, and even in the email traffic to the local stores, this is going to be a part of regular product. This is a product line, much in the same way as Warhammer 40,000 or the Warhammer Quest for Blackstone Fortress. That's basically the future version of the same type of game. glorious, wonderful models. A relatively very cool game, but people really got it for the models because they were great expansions for existing lines. Just like these models are great to add on to your existing miniature armies or RPGs. So I'm not going to dwell too much more on that part, but so that's verbal confirmation, that's email confirmation, and Spiky Bits, and I just found this information just before I decided to record this video, so I want to give them full credit for finding this and doing the screenshots. So some of this is from the Warhammer TV. Screenshotted this right here. They removed the names, but does anyone know if, when finally released, Cursed City will be limited for independent retailers in the same way Piety and Pain has been? Is this capping for independents going to be a trend for Games Workshop? Independents being your friend of the local game stores. Warhammer TV says Piety and Pain is a limited release, while Warhammer Quest Cursed City will be a permanent part of the range. Another person asks, oh, like Blackstone Fortress? If so, where are all the expansions? Can't find them anywhere. True statement. So once again, there's no solid leadership. I'm going to tell you right now, Games Workshop is like a multi-headed hydra, and they're not working in sync with each other. They're all over the place, and I think it's because they're pushing too hard, too fast, and not having any control of anything. Warhammer 40,000 is off doing this. Age of Sigmar this. Their whole animation line, which, we're still over. I mean, that stuff's been in production. Well, they announced it last year, but it's been in production for 2 years. The Eisenhorn series has been in production since I think it was 2018. So, no. Oh, I'm just so frustrated thinking about these guys. Let me show you. Let's just jump over to another message that had popped up. Warhammer community. Replying to such and such. Cursed City is sold out on gamesworkshop.com, and we are not expecting it to return online. Many copies have been sent to local stores across the world. Please check with your local Warhammer store or independent retailer to see if they can help. And it's not expecting to return online, but their people just said it's going to be part of the permanent range, and their employees, at least the North America sales team, the sales reps, and another individual, yes, this is part of the permanent line. But now this is a worse situation than Indominus. And if you need proof, go ahead and go to Games Workshop site. I went ahead and did it. You can see I put in Cursed City. I'll go ahead and put my icon there, hit enter so you can see it load up, hands right here. So I'm not going to be covering anything up. Cursed City. So I'm going to scroll down just a little bit here. Cursed City, the only thing available is the hardback book. It's been scrubbed. This happened as of yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. I was at my friendly local game store, and I almost bought the box. This was yesterday at about 3 o'clock. I grabbed some paints. I got some Relictor Gold and Contrast Black Templar right there in front of me for a current commission. 2 boxes sitting there. I just messaged them about 22 minutes ago, and they said, sorry, dude, sold out. Holy shit. As of the 3 days ago now, so Monday? Let's say Monday, because I got back. Yeah, Monday, they had 3 on the shelf. And then between now and since Monday or Tuesday, so to Thursday, they sold 1. And then all of a sudden, all were gone yesterday. What kind of crazy BS is that? And it's probably because Spiky Bits and a couple other people said, hey, it's sold out, by the way. I'm not blaming Spiky Bits. And once again, I'm not blaming the North America trade team. I'm not blaming the other employee who is not involved in the sales. I will hold the leadership from North America responsible partly, and more importantly, Games Workshop in the UK, the home offices, are responsible for this. They dropped the ball and they lied, and there's no transparency. There is no transparency from them. There's no positive communication. It's like listening to Disney try to get their spin doctors in there to make everything sound positive and fluffy and woke as hell. It's BS that we as the consumers, the customers that give them our hard-earned money and keep the dream alive, so to speak, are being mistreated, being treated with such disrespect, and being, our concerns, our problems, our complaints being dismissed by their reps. And it's done in such a flowery way that most people just give them the pass, just like they do with Disney. There's people like myself that's not beholden to them. And this is probably why I don't get as much preview stuff for FMP Wargamers or Havoc Maker Studio, because as much as I will praise them, I'm not going to lick their boots or lick their butt, whatever, or kiss their butt, not lick their butt. That's a totally different thing. So, but kiss their butt, I am going to hold them accountable. This is bad optics for Games Workshop. And I feel that every single site like my own, even the ones with the bigger audiences, like Spiky Bits. And I know Spiky Bits has their websites like Spiky Bits, Frontline Gaming, maybe Fate 212, Goonhammer and such. There's a lot of people out there that've got, I don't want to say contracts, but there's a lot of we give and we take, so they can't be super critical. So they almost have to have that flowery, and I get it. You don't want to lose that connection. But people like me, I don't have that connection, so I can get away with it. So I can at least speak up for you and speak up for the rest of the customers. And I'm going to keep doing it. So this is what's going on right now with Warhammer Quest Cursed City. The scalpers are already right at it. They're already right at it. Selling the models from anywhere from $9 to $44, depending. Here's one from $2 to $65. There's basically right now they're selling what most people are doing is breaking down the miniatures and then selling them individually or as small groups. The most popular one I can see is Jelson Darroch. The Free Guild General Handgunner Hero, probably one of the coolest looking guys in the whole game. He was at their $35. That's not actually the most expensive I've seen. Is one of these other listings at $55. $55 for that one model. This is shameful. Now, if any of these people are those scalpers, you know what? I get it. Do your grift, make your cheddar, make your money. I get it, but it's also F you, man. F you for doing this, because there's other people out there that want these for their own personal use, and now they're having to pay a hot premium. That's the other one. I think I've seen the Gario Van Alten III. I think I've seen them at $33. Here's one at $23. This is just giving you an example of what you're going to be paying for $42. And basically, I shouldn't say anything about these prices because they are about what I had calculated the retail was going to be for them. It's just absurd seeing them like this. I'm going to be honest with you. This is crazy. Cursed City, the key, just makes me so angry. $250 there, so that's $50 over. I think let's go Cursed City, Amazon. Let's see what's on Amazon.com. Cursed City game, you goob. I don't care about your stupid book. I'm sure it's a lovely book. Wow, that's already sold, guys. It's already sold out. Let me try Cursed City board game. Games Workshop. Wow. There we go. $228 from somebody. $228. That is the cheapest I've seen that right now. And I don't know how many they have left, but I'll tell you right now, if you're wanting that box set and you can't get it at your friendly local game store, right now on Amazon they've got it at $228. It's probably from a local store. That's not a bad price. It's only $30 over, and it's definitely going to be better than eBay. So, yeah, sold by Empire Games. So kudos to them for selling it just at a slight markup, and that's very likely for delivery because they're offering free delivery probably. So that's probably a listing. Yes, that extra $28.99 or $29.99 is to cover the listing cost that they'll lose for selling it on Amazon. This is bad, guys. I mean, this is another example of why I don't want to support Games Workshop anymore. And I've supported this company. They've gotten my money for 30 plus years. Hell, Forge World has gotten about 16,000 pounds from me when I worked for Games Workshop, and then after, and a little bit before. I don't think I can honestly keep supporting them. And though I don't want people to go pirate stuff, I'm almost rooting for the 3D print crowd. You know, the people that are taking the models and scanning them in and then creating 3D print files. Now, I'm not advocating for that. I'm not saying go do that. But, you know, as a big middle finger to Games Workshop for the lack of communication, the lack of transparency, the lies that they are deliberately telling us, but they're going to sugarcoat it. The continued lack of getting the product that we ordered, and it doesn't just stop there. And this will probably be one of the last things I'm going to mention. I should have mentioned before, is that not only are people not getting what they ordered, like for these new releases, those new releases are that you know people are going to rush into your store to get it. They are not even arriving on time. They're not even arriving the week that they're supposed to. Stores are reporting that they are getting it the week after. Or, hey, I ordered all this stuff. Why do I have half of a shipment even on the basic stuff? I ordered these paints, these brushes, these miniatures to replace stuff. And you said, okay, and you billed me for it. Well, they always take it off if it ends up not being available. That's automatic in the system. But they're like, okay, we got you covered. And there's no communication. They have to actually call back the next week or even that day and say, look, guys, I ordered this stuff. It's on my invoice that I sent you guys or that you guys sent back. So where the hell is it? Oh, our bad. We didn't send it. Oh, our bad. We'll credit back to you. This is a repeated issue that's been really going on. Like I said, we can kind of understand the beginning of the pandemic last year in 2020, but starting around the fall, this problem increased. Everybody understood before, hey, it was a slow rollout of getting product. It was just difficult to get it. There was a lot of stuff unavailable. But when it became available, it wasn't getting there on time or not at all. And now we have the latest, the Cursed City. This is a cursed box. This is a cursed release for Games Workshop. Maybe if Games Workshop, this is opinion, maybe if Games Workshop would slow down on their releases and not release everything every single God blessed week and build up their quantities and get everything out on time, it'd be a little bit more to their benefit and, of course, help all the local game stores, the ones that are making them money. But you continue to screw them, people are going to look at alternate vendors or alternate game systems, especially as this stuff dries up. This is shameful. This is shameful on their part. And I'll tell you right now, I'm going to say 99.989 Delta Niner Charlie Foxtrot, whatever, they're not going to apologize. And they're not even going to acknowledge this. They're just going to silently let it go away. In fact, I can tell you they're going to silently let it go away because I reached out to a certain website for that I have access to, and that there are employees on, and it's monitored by employees. My post was scrubbed. That means it was deleted. It's gone. I should have mentioned that in the beginning. And as I scrolled through some of the other posts that concerned the Cursed City, after people started making complaints, the posts were, or the threads were locked or erased. This is BS. This is bad. And you know what? We, as the consumers, as the friendly local game stores, as people like Frontline Gaming, Spiky Bits, Goonhammer, anybody that is, this is going to sound bad, but has their hands in the pockets of Games Workshop. Basically, they're working side by side to help promote the business. All good. That's not a shady thing, but those businesses, and you don't have to be open about it. Just in the back door, say, hey, dude, you guys need to fix yourself because you're hurting us. You're hurting everybody. But everybody else, and preferably those people, needs to be vocal and hold Games Workshop accountable. This is bad. And I realize if this is the military, probably be getting tried for treason or something along that lines. But I just get mad at things like this, the injustice of it. I don't like being lied to. I don't like being disrespected by these people. This is BS beyond belief. Well, that's it for evidence and opinion and ranting. Let me know what you guys think down below. This is the first video of both Havoc Maker Studio and FMP Wargamers combined. And FMP Wargamers is going to be back up and running. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're here on Havoc Maker Studio, and if you are here on Havoc Maker Studio, jump over to FMP Wargamers, hit that subscribe button, or vice versa. If you're over on FMP Wargamers watching this video, jump back and forth, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up or thumbs down, whichever you prefer. I mean, I don't want a thumbs down, but I get it. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this video. And also, let us know what you want us to be reporting on in the news in the future. So later on today, I will have another video. Sorry, it's another, oh gosh darn it, bad moment. We've got to highlight it. And I will get to some good stuff later on tonight. So watch for 2 more videos today, and I will talk to you all later. Have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Weekend's right here. And there is a bunch of stuff being released this weekend. I hope your store gets it and Games Workshop doesn't drop the ball yet again. Anyways, my name is John for Havoc Maker Studio and FMP Wargamers. Have a wonderful day.